Hello and welcome back to SPORTSNET Lakers, presented by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. I'm Chris McGee, James Worthy, Robert Horry, Mike Bresnahan. We got Mike Trudell out in Toronto handling the post-game interviews. Lakers get their first road win of the season. They built up a 25-point lead at halftime and then held on from the surge from the Toronto Raptors and got the victory, guys. 4 out of 5 Lakers, not just in double figures, but 4 out of the 5, 19 or more. You had Austin Reeves 20. That's 3 players with 20 or more. So they definitely got the scoring output. 48% from the field, 29 assists, big game, James. So a good offensive night for the Lakers.
Yeah, it was a good night. It was one of those games where, you know, the Lakers were heavily favored. Unfortunately, sometimes when teams are missing some of their key players and you got a bunch of guys out there, you know, scrapping and playing hard and fouling and doing all that, it's hard to sustain that. You know, they had a 25-point lead. Game was pretty much over. But in Toronto, you know, those guys are professionals too. And they got back in the game a little bit with some intensity and started hitting some threes. And then the Lakers had to, had to finish them off with AD and LeBron. But for the most part, they got the W, most important thing.
Most importantly, they got the win. But it's like, I think sometimes teams forget, no matter who you are, you don't want to get embarrassed at home. And to me, it was a tell in that second half where the Lakers like, oh, we had a 43-point first quarter. It's going to be a breeze again. Mm-hmm. And the Raptors had a pride. They said, okay, we got 2 good players in Dick and Barrett. So they came out. They started knocking down the shots. Both of them had 30-plus points. And so, like you said earlier, James, it's one of those situations where everybody in this league is in the league for a reason. And you must respect everybody. And I think the Lakers came out a little lackadaisical, but I'm glad they held on to the win, because if they didn't, boy, I was going to talk bad about them.
We'll hold off on that. Brez, hold your thoughts, because we're going back to Toronto. AD is with Mike Trudell.
All right, Anthony, we know that every day in the NBA, when a team gets up big, it does tend to happen. The other team gets on a run and gets back into it. You guys ultimately prevail here, but how do you prevent that from another team catching rhythm like they did?
Unacceptable. Yeah, we won, and we'll take the win for sure, because it's hard to win in this league, especially on the road, but we're a long ways from where we want to be. You know, having a big lead like that, giving them 31 points, I think it's 31 in the second, 38 in the third. Like, if we're going to do anything and have any goals, aspirations of doing anything in this season, we can't allow that on the defensive end. We were able to get the win off of talent, but we wasn't able to do what we wanted to do on the defensive end. They got very comfortable coming out of halftime in that second quarter and made shots, and was able to get back in the game.
Are there 1 or 2 things that you'd like to see going into the Detroit game that you clean up on the defensive end?
Yeah, I mean, we letting guys get comfortable. It's a little details, offensive rebounding, transition a little bit. Our turnovers led to some easy buckets for them, but we was able to prevail. We were able to get the win. We'll watch film. We got a couple days before we go to Detroit. Play a team that's also hungry and can play. So we got to clean up and get ready for them.
Now, we know you pride yourself on the defensive end, but with 38 more tonight, you're going to be probably right there, leading the league in scoring again. What's been the key to the offensive rhythm you've been in to start this season?
Being aggressive, taking my time on all my shots, and putting a lot of work over the summer. Obviously, like I always say, USA basketball, I think it helped just with my rhythm. I was able to come out again and have a big performance, but as long as we got the win, it's kind of shaky, because I know how much of a better team that we can be, but I would definitely take the win.
Yeah, but look, you're happy for the win, but you want to play better. Pretty simple, yeah.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and happy birthday to my daughter. I love you, Nala. I love you, girl.
There you go.
Love that. Happy birthday. Most career games with 35 and 10 since 1976. Your boy Shaq up there with 115. Big game. Moses Malone, you were talking about him while we were watching the game.
We're talking about the Malones in halftime.
He had 89 big game. How about this? AD ties your former teammate Hakeem Olajuwon with 80. The 80th time, Rob, that AD has had a 30 and 10 game. He's nice. And Brez, he did it with efficiency. 14 of 20, went to the free throw line 11 times, made 10 of them, had 12 rebounds, 2 blocks, the 3 steals. That seems like a nightly occurrence. 38 points, season high for AD. That's his 4th game this year with 30 or more.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to slow him down. Only a team like Cleveland with 2 really good defensive bigs is going to be able to stop a guy like AD. I mean, Jakob Poeltl, good center. You know, he's on my shoulder over here on the wall is one of their best players on this team tonight, but he's not going to be able to stop AD. I mean, just another little step in the right direction for AD to stay involved in the awards conversations, but he doesn't want that. He wants a team that's 4-2 with a definite winnable game on Monday against a similarly poor Detroit team, very young team, decent scoring backcourt. You got to be a little careful about them, but AD doing everything he should, James. Offensively, defensively, 5 stocks tonight. Another solid AD game. I don't want to get used to it or immune to it, but he was outstanding again.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime you come out and say, we need these 3 games or must win.
Yes, yep.
That sets the tone. And
Great
so
call.
when you put that in your mind, it kind of helps you propel into that type of, intensity and leadership. And, look, he knew tonight that Portal was no match for him. And, he took advantage of it. He had some high percentage shots, got to the line, and stayed in the game. Toronto got back into the game. That's expected sometime, but AD stayed focused and, hit some big shots and some free throws in the fourth quarter to kind of give him the W.
Rob, when you look at AD and how he scores, we're used to seeing a big first quarter because he's getting the bulk of the minutes. Third quarter as well. Fourth quarter is always coming in halfway through that fourth and has to kind of tend to get used to it. Same with the second quarter, but that hasn't been the case this year. I'm looking right here. He scores 10 in the second quarter. He scores 12 in the third quarter, and then he backs it up in the fourth again with another 8 and get to the free throw line.
I think when you point out something so much, I'm talking about last season, how he wasn't touching the ball in the fourth quarter, and this is the guy that does everything good. So I think they're putting the emphasis on, like, we need to get him touches, because AD can make the game so much easier for everybody around because they're going to double team. They don't double team. AD is going to get buckets. And for me, when he's getting buckets, it's going to allow, like, D'Lo to get hot tonight. It's going to allow Rui to get when he's shooting back, give you the process to knock down some open J's. So the importance of a big man for teams to be successful is so important because it gives you a chance to make that team double team and make easy pot shots.
And just like the blame is collective, Brez, then the praise has to be as well. You have to give AD credit for being that guy and staying hungry and being aggressive, but you also have to give JJ and the staff and the guys on the court with him that when he is in the game, he is the focal point.
Yeah, over the last few years, whenever AD didn't shoot a lot in the fourth quarter and didn't score a lot, it really was a triangle. AD gets some of the blame, the coaching staff gets some of the blame, and his teammates get some of that blame too. But right now, I mean, there's no blame. I mean, he's getting touches in the fourth. He's getting his shots, his looks. As you said, he often checks in about that halfway point of the fourth quarter, and he's rolling. Like, he is ready to go. He's attacking the basket. Very impressed by what he's doing. Also, a little shout-out to D'Lo. We talked about him on the pregame show. He's not having a good year shooting. He was 25% from deep coming into today's game. Made 2 in the fourth quarter. Also, a little teardrop shot in that fourth quarter. I feel like he was responsible for kind of keeping Toronto at bay, reestablish that 15-point lead real quick.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point. He was 3 for 6 from 3, a couple of key ones late, 19 points, also had 6 assists. I'm glad you brought that up. I do want to talk LeBron, guys, because sometimes when we're, giving AD praise and everything else, you just forget that LeBron is out here doing what he's been doing for 22 seasons, James. 27 points. He had the 10 assists, 6 rebounds, always flirting with that triple-double, but he had the 3-ball going well tonight, 5 of 8.
3-ball, 5 of 8 is the 10 assists that I like. I said this the other day. LeBron is in a position at his age and with his experience, we can pick and choose what he wants to do. If he needs to score, he'll score. If he needs to assist, he did tonight. Hit the big 3 and, set the tone. So, yeah, he's, it just seems to amaze me every year. I have to say something about this guy. I don't know what else to say. He's just amazing, consistent, a leader, and he's allowing AD to be the guy. But when you need that, big 3-ball or a nice assist, he's available.
For me, I look at his stat line. I always go straight to turnovers. I like to see if a guy had turnovers, and that's one of the things that played the Lakers. He had 0 turnovers tonight. And that's very impressive when a guy's trying to make other people around him better because that means he's using the rock, he's facilitating. So 0 assists, that sticks out more than anything, than even the rebounds and
that is impressive
block
because for a guy that handles the rock and also the degree of difficulty sometimes with those passes.
He usually has. Sometimes he usually has 3 to 6 turnovers a game too.
Yeah.
Usually, so yeah,
that's impressive. You want to jump in on LeBron?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. 2 games ago now, he was 3 for 14 in Phoenix, or maybe it was a home game here before they went on the road, whatever it was. People are like, oh, is he okay? You could hear it in his voice. He sounded terrible.
Yeah.
And, we'll hear how he sounds tonight in a few minutes, hopefully. And you got to give him a little bit of credit. He's almost 40. We all know that. But if he's not feeling well, he's not going to play well sometimes. So these last 2 games really hammered home the effect that LeBron is fine. I personally, and I know I'm not alone, people are like, what year is he going to show up and not average, 20 to 22 points a game? I don't know if it's ever going to show up.
I don't either.
I mean, he'll walk away first.
Yeah,
he'll walk away once he feels like
he's too good of a player.
Once he feels like he's going to average 13 a game, he's going to be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of players have clung and hung on as long as they could. He's not that guy. He just isn't.
He's waiting for Bryce.
Yeah, a couple more years, right? All right. Yeah. All right, let's get you to the highlights. Lakers, the Raptors. Lakers travel to Toronto. King is in town. That means there are Laker fans in attendance. D'Lo finds LeBron. King James putting LA on the board first. Real nice job setting the tone here. AD jab step. Started out 7-0. You see it's 11-2. LeBron in full effect. Stop. And pop. Big game, let's jump ahead. You're going to see AD as a facilitator here.
Yeah, this is a nice design play. 2 picks at the elbow. D'Lo rubs off for the layup. Nice pass, AD. And then D'Lo under the baseline to Rui. Muscle up off the glass with a potential 3-point play, Geeter.
Yeah, Rui with the catch and finish. And then Rob. Lakers here moving the ball around, making the extra pass.
Yeah, this is a really nice ball, man. Right here, then you got a pump fake, relocate to finish it off for you.
Timeout.
Sharon is carrying, like I said.
Up 23 in the first. Make that up 24 through 1. Second quarter, not slowing down. LeBron with the rock. That's just being stronger than you, better than you. Here's AR, Brez. Look at it again, contact and the foul.
Is he stronger than we think? Is he deceptively strong? Because I like when he fights off contact. A nice little lefty by him. We know he's got that good ambidexterity.
I'll tell you what he is, Brez. Tough.
He's tough.
He's
absolutely tough.
Right back out.
Going. Yep.
Don't connect. That's just LeBron head of steam. Big game. If you want to see this one again.
Yeah, when he gets across that half court, if you haven't somehow double teamed him or made him change direction, it's over for you going downhill. That's 280 coming at you like a Mack truck.
There's that rolled ankle, Robin Brez, that we were just talking about.
That called timeout.
Yeah, it's like they always want to show rolling the ankles.
Yeah, I don't like looking at that.
So fluky.
Like, why y'all want to show that? But yeah, AR is resilient. He's the type of guy who come back from that, as you saw he did in the second half.
D'Lo, though, as Brez, you had mentioned, kind of stepped up in the absence of AR for a few moments there. And Brez, here's LeBron. That's the pass. That's the one I'm talking about.
You know how we do like the top 10 plays of the week on the days where there's no games?
There's number one.
That's hour-long show. That's number one. I mean, that is outstanding. Beautiful timing by LeBron.
Brez, if that's not number one, I'm not doing the show. You hear me?
Listen up, Ben.
Dalton gets the alley-oop from LeBron. Then big game, LeBron says, I want someone to throw it down this time, so you know where he's going to go. That's from the top of the key, one-handed.
Yeah, nice little pick by AD. When he released, LeBron was coming off. See AD with the quick release. No help back on the backside. They knew it was coming. Toss up and throw down.
Third quarter. Leak out.
They did that a couple times tonight.
Yeah.
LeBron finding AD. That's an easy deuce. Sneaky deuce.
Up 22.
Same thing.
You like that there, Rob?
Yeah. You used to call that snowbird.
How about the Grady Dick show going on, Rob?
Yeah, he came out firing. He was one of those positions where it's my team because all our best players are hurt. I'm going to shoot this thing.
Jakob Poeltl from the Utes.
I used to call him Jacob Poeltl. I said that to Kuzma, his college teammate, once. He's like, yeah, you're not saying his name right.
Hey, Brez, you're wrong on that one.
You got to fix your pronunciation there.
Raptors getting back in this one, Brez.
Yeah, exactly what you were saying, Rob. Toronto's a wounded animal. Their top 2 players are out. They're going to keep coming after.
LeBron for 3. Lakers go up 11 going into the fourth, so outscored 37-23 in the third. Dalton's going to get this one. Big game. Hand it off to LeBron. Knock it down. Back up 11.
Yeah, LeBron missed the first shot. Good hustle to get the basketball on the second, and knocks it down from 3.
Mitchell cuts to a single-digit lead.
Sacramento Kings cast-off.
That's right.
Playing well tonight.
Barrett. And 1. But Rob,
Yes, sir.
later in the quarter, and we felt like these were pretty big at the time. Back-to-back threes by Rui, almost on identical plays.
Yeah, it's almost like deja vu. One time from LeBron, right there. Well, that was a great pass by A.D. He should get a half assist for that. Another great pass by A.D. Same play, same position, same knockdown, same result.
Sharing is caring, Rob. And, Brez, I think this is the one you were talking about, D'Lo.
Yeah.
And we thought the game was over at that point.
Yeah, it really did. And that should be the dagger right there. Nice play by LeBron, too, falling down and getting that ball out.